it with the back.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run him again. Looking for a crease. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Keelan Russell. Complete. Nice move there. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening. Have to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. These corners going to give them some space. Russell. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout this season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation. That's why he's going to be featured today and hopefully in these later moments in the season when you go win a Heisman.
To throw, it's Russell. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Throwing Russell. Makes the grab on the left. At the 45 on his way. Off and running. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown Tide!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Mensa. In the backfield, it's Fletcher. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle it?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest?
Shakes a man, and he might take off. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Man, how nice is it to have such a weapon at tight end? A guy that can catch the football and make people miss, but right here, break tackles, extend the play, make bigger chunks than what's really there. That's what can really make this offense dangerous.
They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10.
Booster, booster.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Throwing, Mensa. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. Going for it all. Looking to get it in. The Hurricanes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Blue 22, blue 22. Ready, go.
Run in the red zone, it's Fletcher. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Second and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Hurricane! Great job by the back on the option.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The Hurricanes will call their third timeout. And they can't be thrilled using all 3 timeouts here in the first quarter. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Got enough for the first down. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Keelan Russell. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
I think there's a couple schools of thought on how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Russell. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Quick give. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And here comes the offense on second down. At Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter.
Rick, lock in.
They'll try the left side. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. See some running room. Turning it on. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Hand it to the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second and long here. Throwing Russell. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. The 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. He takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Got an alley. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. You get the big play, now to pay it off. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Defense might bring the house here. Buying a little time to his left. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. Alabama pushing the tempo. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like...
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Great place to start for this offense. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Right side, it's Edwards. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Powers inside. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Ball is on the 10-yard line. They're not thinking field goal. They'll go for it on 4th and short. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. All the way back. Touchdown, Bama!
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Mensah to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The fake and wants to throw. A strike downfield. Wide open on the right. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Canes. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
And it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. But I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on it and more attention to it.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They go play action with Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Keelan Russell. The screen, he can go. Shakes off the defender. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Drops back. It's Russell. Fires to the big fella.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. On the return, it's Pringle. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. They'll need a bunch on second down. Mensah. Makes the grab. It's Lofton. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Drops back on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got the quick pass. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Lets it fly. Still on his feet at the 45. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash, a 59-yard try coming. The field goal is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
One more snap coming before halftime. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the #1 team, the Florida Gators. And it's the Buckeyes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. They
got a little room. Finally run out of bounds, but he gets it all the way back to the 45-yard line and really sets up his offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Hauls it in. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And it's been a struggle for this young man. I mean, listen, he's a pretty good player, and they depend on him week in and week out to be their guy to carry the mail. Just, it's not working, and the run game hasn't found a rhythm. And I think that's why this offense, they need something. They need a spark. They need to find some way to run the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Russell fires immediately. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Russell. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And obviously that linebacker is getting up with a little bit of juice, a little pep in his step. That was a great lick. Nice job seeing the ball thrown, breaking on it, and really delivering a good blow. But how about the credit to the receiver? Holding on to the football when you're getting hit by a big linebacker in college football, that's a big-time play.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Throwing Mensah. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
This has been a tight one. Third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. He'll set up to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Vaughn. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Off-play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And goes down immediately, but that's just what they needed. It'll be a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Under pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
All even here in the third quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. Hits inside, it's Fletcher. There he goes. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Pringle. And he's out of bounds at the 24, a yard short of where he would have wound up with the touchback. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. From the gun, it's Fletcher. Fights off a defender. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Man, we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
The Canes are facing 3rd and inches. Selling the fake. Lets it fly. It's complete. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Fletcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Sells to fake. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And there is a little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle, and the big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double teamed, right? Because he's right there, and you got the guards next to him, but the big fella just uses his power, overpowers the line, gets to the quarterback, and gets the sack.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. They'll move the wide receiver. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The give to the single back.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Throwing Russell. Rush is on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on third down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge third down conversion for this offense.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Sees an alley. Oh, he's got some space.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. And he's brought down after a short gain. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Quarterback keeper. Lots of running room. Touchdown tie. Rolled his way into the end zone. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here.
Q. Down. Ready. Polish. Liz. Go. Ready, go.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got to make the play on fourth. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Western. Rock. Slide. Return. Ready, go.
Here's Mensah to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Bond.
This offense is going to have to get more aggressive. Like, they can't take many more shots short down the field and not getting gains. They've got to keep their foot on the gas. They've got to take some shots, work the middle of the field, but make some big plays down a couple possessions.
Motion from the wide out. Second down, gonna throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Caught, and he's got room. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Going for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And this is a no-brainer. It's fourth down. We're down multiple possessions. We got to make this happen. We got to get the first down. We can't be worried about the clock. Then we got to go fast, work the sidelines to the best of our advantage to save as much clock so we can get multiple scores.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Mensah. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back, put the pressure on their own defense.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Keelan Russell. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it down the field. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Driven back. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. That's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Push is ahead. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
He'll bring it out. It's Pringle. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Throwing, Mensah. He's taking a deep shot. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
2nd and long here. They'll go to the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are